Uh, so as you can tell, my hair is a lot longer than it was in my last video. That's because I haven't been uploading regularly, and I'm about to record 2 videos, and I'm gonna be wearing the same thing in both of them. So I apologize if that's boring or not something that you appreciate, and sorry my nose looks weird because my makeup has worn off and I've been wearing this all day. So just worked a only 5 hour shift, 5.5 hours, so it wasn't that long of a shift, but working with food, sometimes your nose gets sweaty. Um, so after I record this video, I'm gonna record my first Ipsy unbagging video for a really long time because I've been not recording those lately. But I guess I need to just stop procrastinating and talk about this. But first, hello, it's Megan, and if you are new here, first of all, thank you for helping me hit 400 subscribers. I like never addressed that in video and like only tweeted about it, but like when did that happen? I have no idea. Also, I feel like this shirt makes me look super fat, but like whatever. I don't care. This is such an uncomfortable video to record anyways. I don't care how I look. So long story short, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm just gonna talk about it and address why I did it. If you've seen the title, you already know what this video is about. I dropped out of college, and it's really hard for me to be nice to myself about because I don't like to see myself as a quitter, and it's really hard for me to do something that a lot of people consider quitting. For me, it's not necessarily quitting as much as it is starting over, because it's not like I'm dropping out and deciding I'm just gonna do nothing with my life, because I do want to do something, and I want to do something that I told myself for a really long time is unrealistic. And I'll make a whole other video about why I convinced myself that that wasn't my path. And it took a lot of convincing and a lot of beating myself over it and like telling myself that I'm not good enough to go down that path and that I don't deserve that kind of happiness. But I dropped out of college because I realized I can't be a therapist with the person I am, and with my level of empathy, I can't do that or it would tear me to shreds. And it was something that I did care a lot about, and I do still care very strongly about mental health awareness and like bringing up, like, not bringing up, but like expressing how important it is to be healthy mentally and teaching kids about their mental health and making sure they know that their mental health is just as important, if not more important, than their physical health. And that's still something I feel really strongly about, but I don't believe that I could be a therapist without falling apart, at least not at this point in my life. What I want to do with my life, I would consider a type of therapy. It's like, a lot of people will laugh at me when I say what it is. I want to be a makeup artist, but beauty and doing things to yourself that make you happy is a type of therapy. It's therapeutic. And I believe that I could make people happy doing their makeup or doing their eyebrows or maybe even learning how to do hair or nails. Like that kind of thing, that kind of pampering is therapeutic to people. And I want to be able to do that, but I can't do the deeper mind diving and soul searching thing that is therapy because I wouldn't be able to keep my composure, and I'd feel too strongly and attached to my patients, and I would just not be okay doing that kind of job. So I decided not to go down that path, and I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed and shocked, and my whole family knows already. Everybody knows that I dropped out, and nobody has given me any grief about it, but I'm the one who gives myself the most grief about it because I know that I'm just a white girl who dropped out of college, dropped out of the University of Michigan, and gave up a full ride scholarship to go to beauty school. I haven't started cosmetology school yet. I plan on doing that in the next couple years once I pay off what I owe U of M. I owe them money now because the money that I got for my financial aid refund after I paid for all my classes was refunded to my account, but now I owe them that money back because I'm not going to class anymore. But I don't have all that money because I used some of it to pay for rent. So now I'm working almost full time. I can't get full-time hours at this job because they just don't have enough hours to give me with all the employees. But in the summer, hopefully I can get some more hours, or I might be able to find another job back home. But I still have to earn enough money to pay them back, and I fully intend to, because I don't want to mess up my credit, because that would suck. But yeah, I know a lot of people would say, wow, look at that white girl who's just able to drop out of college. If it was anybody of any other skin tone or color, they would not give up that opportunity. And I know that's true. I know that a lot of people who are less fortunate and less privileged than I am probably wouldn't give up that opportunity. But I realize that that's not my path, and I shouldn't be taking a spot that could be given to one of those people that deserves it more than I do. And the entire time I was there, it's not U of M's fault, but I felt like I didn't belong there, and I felt like I wasn't smart enough to be there. And I know that's not true. It's just kind of the way the environment there is. But that's just my experience. I know that not the whole school is like that. There's just a select few people in the psychology program, and just in general, who put off this vibe that makes me feel like I didn't belong there. And that might just all be in my head, and it probably is. I have social anxiety, so I probably convinced myself that I didn't deserve to be there, even though I had just as much right to be there as anybody else, because I got it accepted. I got in, I transferred there. They wanted me there. But I didn't want to be there. So I'm not in classes anymore. I dropped out in February. It's now April, almost May. So I haven't been going to classes for the past, 3 months? And now the winter semester is almost over for those of you in school. And good luck on your exams if you haven't had them already. I hope that you do great and have a good time. But since I dropped out, I've been working at Subway almost full time, trying to get as many hours as I possibly can, and I'm so much happier just working and being productive, doing something that doesn't really stress me out 24/7. And I'm trying to earn enough money to move into an apartment in Lansing so I can be around family and with my boyfriend. And it's just stressful money-wise right now, because I know that I chose to quit school. If I had just waited until the end of the semester and just struggled through the semester, I wouldn't owe the school money, but I would be mentally and physically drained, because I realized at the beginning of the semester that I was just there and I was numb and I wasn't myself, and I was just sitting there absorbing information and going in one ear and out the other, and it just wasn't for me. And it was taking a toll on my mental health, taking me to dark places that I'd only been in high school, and they were coming back, and I did not want to go through that again. And I knew that cutting school out was the best way for me to do that. And I know a lot of people will say, oh, you should have just gone to therapy, or you should have just done X. I know what you think I should have done, and maybe you're right. You're probably right. But I don't want to be in school, and I don't want to pursue that path anymore. So while it was a personal choice, it was also a very important choice for my mental well-being. And I know that a U of M degree looks really, really good on applications. But I also have a Ferris State University degree. I do have a college degree, but that doesn't mean that anybody who drops out of college and doesn't get a degree is worthless. They're not worthless, and that's a whole other video I still want to make. I've got a lot of video ideas, and right now I have the energy to record all of them, but none of you want to see me wearing the same exact thing in all of my videos, so I'm not going to record them all right now. But long story short, I dropped out of college, and I'm not a U of M student anymore. I'm not a college student anymore. I'm just a regular 20-year-old girl, and I'm okay with that. Another big reason why I dropped out, which is still hard for me to talk about because it still hurts. It still deeply affects me. In the very beginning of in the very beginning of February, my grandfather passed away, my mom's dad. And before he passed away, I'd kind of thought that I accepted that he was going to pass away soon. A couple years before he did, I thought he was going to pass away, and I kind of just convinced myself that I was gonna be okay and that I knew it was coming and that I knew it was gonna happen soon. But when it happened 2 years later, after I thought, oh, he's probably doing better, maybe he'll make it longer, he passed away in his sleep. And when I found out, I was heartbroken. And it was really, really hard to cope with. And it made me realize that time is really, really, really valuable. And if you're doing something that makes you unhappy, you should not be doing it, because you're wasting precious, precious time, valuable time, on something that isn't for you. If it's not in your best interests and it's not going to make you happy, you shouldn't be wasting your time doing it. And that's the way I looked at school. Like, I was wasting my time doing something that ultimately made me unhappy and hating myself and causing me so much stress and so much anxiety. So I made the decision, and then a week later, exactly 1 week later, my dad's cousin passed away, which was also heartbreaking. I didn't know him as well as I knew my grandfather, but it was still heartbreaking because his cousin was younger than him. And it's sad. It's really sad and hard to lose two family members from both sides of your family in 1 week's time. And I grieved for both of my families, both my mom's side and my dad's side. It was really hard for me to get through that month, and I just could not bring myself to go to class anymore after all that happened. I told my parents I was going to finalize things with dropping out, and I did. And once I did that, I felt so much better, because then I was able to start working more and do something that felt like I mattered to the world. And I know that being in school didn't mean I didn't matter to the world, and I know that working in fast food doesn't mean I don't matter to the world. But like, when you're doing something that you hate and something that makes you feel like you're just a number, it really sucks, and it really hurts your mental health. So now that I'm no longer a student, I'm so much happier. And once I save up enough, I'm probably gonna go to cosmetology school and pursue that and try and be a makeup artist, because it's something I really enjoy, and I want to get back into making videos and doing makeup tutorials and reviewing products. And that's something I just didn't have time for when I was a student at U of M, because like, I was constantly studying, constantly doing homework, or sleeping because I was exhausted all the time. So ultimately, I'm happier now, and I'm sorry, I'm really, really sorry if it was disappointing to you to see me drop out, because I disappointed myself too. But now I'm not disappointed in myself. I'm proud of myself for making one of the biggest adult decisions of my life, probably the most adult decision of my life that I've ever made. And I'm proud of myself for sticking to my decision. It started out as jokes on Twitter, me tweeting like, I really just want to drop out, or LOL, I'm gonna just drop out, like saying stuff like that. And then it turned into me thinking seriously about it and realizing that maybe this is what I need to do to be happy. And I think that it is what I needed. But aside from that, if school is for you and you're just going through some really rough patches in school, but you know that what you want to do is really truly what you want to do, I don't think you should drop out. I think you should keep pushing forward. But if you think that it's not your path and you think that you want to do something else, even though it might not be the most reliable job option or the one that brings in the dough, makes the most bread, if it's something that you know you're gonna love, and that if you can get by even just a little bit, getting by doing what you love, I think you should do that instead. No matter what society tells you, no matter what your parents tell you, your family tells you, you should do what makes you happy, not what society wants you to do so you look good. Because looking good doesn't matter. It's feeling good that matters. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And this is the first time I've gotten this video to be under 20 minutes. It's about 15 minutes, and I will have to edit it minimally, which is wonderful. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a big thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe, because our next goal is 500 subscribers. Maybe we can hit 1,000, because that'd be wonderful, but I know that's not gonna happen. Also, look at how long my hair is getting. It's almost 3 inches long. It might even be 3 inches by now, but hey, that's so cool. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. And leave a comment down below of what kind of videos you want to see me do next time. And I promise I'll record more videos because I'm really trying to get back on that YouTube grind. And once I move in with my boyfriend, I promise there will be a ton of videos because it's gonna be a fun time, especially because I'm gonna make him record and upload videos. All right, before I hit this video with the 20-minute mark, I'm just gonna go. I love you, and I will see you all in my next video, hopefully less than a week from now. Bye.